before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang.
Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened?
Paimon, he just said that they didn't know what they was beefing about. Keep up.
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Yeah, we know.
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Tell him.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiang Li has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Oh, let's go look around. Faint marks can be seen on the print. Maybe it was used to record his height as he grew up. Well, that's a little wild. The height marks too far up. Unless it's both on top and bottom. The more quickly it'll grow, the sooner can leave. Hold up. Don't tell me my theory is on point. Judging by the number of marks on the pillar of the family. This is for many years. Please don't tell me. But I feel like my theory about to come true. That she a Fatui spy. And the only reason she hung around is due to the fact of the whole testing, trying to see if the child will be born with the God essence. A book. A diary. Okay. Tried to get up and take a look around. Some roof tiles broke, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. General It was a bit wobbly today when we sat down to eat. Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Dad's forgetting things again. I'll have to write down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
What is this?
Sheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains. I spit on the idea.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Alive? Shoot. So this must have been the god from the Archon War that died and lost and got clapped. El God for real. Hey yo, what do you know about Celestia? Tell me.
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Yep. Shoot, it may be in Inazuma, because we saw what happened in Inazuma where they was creating delusions from the remains of Orobashi's body.
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
Wait, it's gonna be pretty wild if the mother is trying to kill off. Well, it'll lead to my theory still, but like it's almost seems like the mother, the boy's mother, is trying to kill her husband or his dad because from this line alone, it seemed like she was trying to, especially when we look back to earlier, where the dude was about to walk off a cliff and die. It seemed like she's controlling him.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jia Liang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
He was headed back to Chinks' village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jia Liang?
His wife. Bro, these two done figured it out faster than Paimon. Paimon, keep up. This is sad to see.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
You mean Jia Liang? Why would he poison himself?
Paimon, don't be stupid. Use your brain.
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Bro, everybody's expression is right now, Paimon, if you don't stop being a dumbass right now, you know who did this shit.
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li?
Finally, your brain done caught up.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know a method to neutralize the poison? Or ultimately destroy it?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother lode is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Only heard rumors. Nothing concrete. Wait, when was this?
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
That's
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
yeah, it's called making a deal with the devil, stupid.
hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Shoot. People with diabetes wish they had you on their shoulder, for real. Now, Paimon about to act stupid right now.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Paimon, you fiendish as fuck. This girl is fiendish. She's like, bro, the day you finally croak it, I'm gonna need to borrow that snake from you.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution, weak body. And didn't his master pass away at an early age? Whoa, hold up. I thought his master was like an old man.
Ugh, Paimon's mad. You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you. Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man. Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck.
Pretty good.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
Yeah, I'll just call Zhao and bring his emo ass over there.
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Don't worry, I got one on speed dial.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Yeah, because Traveler is an alpha male. Yes, businessman. I got connections with everybody. I got connections with the basic people. I got connections with the rich people. I got connections with governmental people. I'm the ultimate connection around this whole entire continent.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Zhao, are you there? Bring your goofy ass over here.
You called?
Yeah, I did. But I can't help me, stupid.
Ugh, gets Paimon every time.
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Nah, the dude just has the ability to move fast, that's all.
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Yes, Paimon, did you not watch? Oh, actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't have the ability to break through the fourth wall, unlike me, the Traveler, because I watched it.
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Yes. Let me explain. Actually, I want to ask you about dead gods. So, get the opening your mouth, my guy. Especially after seeing your siblings kill each other off, you should know the answer to this.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Jinxa village.
Oh.
A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis.
The Cha.
The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I got it. Thanks for the info, my guy.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Oh, well, thank you, Zhao. Now, later, my familiar.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master! Master, there's a problem.
Oh.
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
I hope the day comes when they actually put that as, like, you can visually see the blood, like, cut on the lips.
When Gwei left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gwei, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Chang Sheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jiaoliang? Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Telling you, bro. Oh, she's still over here. Oh, that was close.
Fancy running into you guys at a place like this. Nothing. I was You'd better not snitch on me, okay?
You'd think she'd run in there after hearing all this, but I guess not. La la la. No, I was about to say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
That dude collapsed. That's what that sounds like. He probably dropped to the floor the moment he went back in that room.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiangli once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check on him. The poor dude probably having a seizure right now.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
He probably laying on that bed, coughing his head off. Cough, cough.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something.
What did you learn?
Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Great, now I gotta cut this out because this thing's taking forever.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Y'all doing good?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Shoot, sounds like I'm gonna die soon.
Xiaoliang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Xiaoliang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment. And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Incorrect. This dude's going to be dead soon. He ain't got much years left of his life.
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why his wife did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiangli had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiangli has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiangli has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiangli would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate. Yet again I hear those words. Sustainer of heavenly principles!
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiangli is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who that over there? Yeah, come bring your ass out here in the open.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
He heard it, Paimon.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiangli's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
Good job. Now go ahead and point the way so we can find your wife.
I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
Man, losing his mind. I love this zoom in right now. And it doesn't seem like the zoom ain't gonna stop any moment now.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
Are you sure you want to be a deadbeat dad who leaves his son in this world all by himself? Please think twice.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it?
Cause you have a son who's gonna be devastated by his daddy dying all of a sudden? Show some consideration for your boy, my guy.
There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Oh, damn. The bad bitch in the corner listening on the conversation, too.
Very well. Then follow me.
There go Chi-Chi. Oh, that was cute.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay. Everyone, please be careful.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
I wonder if it's hiding behind that waterfall.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Pretty wild if it's close to the house.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
Yeah, go lay down, my guy.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me.
Hey, yo! I just noticed Zhao up there. See, they be hiding these characters in plain sight.
Then let's hurry.
So glad I noticed it. Not only that, a little sneaky ass. Not only that, I'm also tempted to wonder if Hu Tao hanging around here. You little sneaky ass.
From the looks of it, you've already tracked down the location of the source?
You made some progress.
Really? That's good to hear.
Have you been scanning guard here this whole time?
I cannot simply look the other way when evil spirits are involved. In any case, the evil presence here is growing stronger. I can sense it. Whatever you're planning to do, make it quick. If you leave it too long, and I am compelled to intervene, things may not turn out the way you wish.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel.
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Oh snap! I threw out the possibility that she could possibly be a treasure hoarder.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's go find these answers. There's killer trolls down here. That's for damn sure.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Wind, hear me.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't see any dust on the sensor surface. The burn marks are still fresh. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
Bro, that means the thing burned out already.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiang Li. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiang Li to give me the poison.
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
It'll be really sad if she's dead. This is gonna get really sad really quickly.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Oh. Don't tell me they found the... Don't tell me the god that they're talking about in question is the serpent that's around Baizhu's neck. Don't tell me this is who they're referring to. Oh, that's neat. The last one slaps the door open.
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Yep. Oh. Just gonna blast this one over. Hold on, what's that on the other side of there? Wait, is that a part of his...
Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here.
There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
It leads to that room, but gotta blast these doors open first. Not only that, don't tell me this dude's one of his voice lines for his running sprint is him coughing.
I see everything.
Riptide!
Leave it all to me.
Seems like an emergency.
The doctor will see you.
Bring it on! You can run, but you can't hide!
Everyone hold hands.
You go bastard. Finish moving around just better. Can't watch how many
Steady as stone.
Done.
Hey! Make yourselves at home.
I swear by my sword.
As a good knight should.
Go as one. This may hurt a little.
Remember, health comes first.
Finally. Wait, where did that go? I just want to check and see what type of build he got. Oh, he using a whole Nobler set. 3 constellations unlocked, and his normal attack and his oath and his burst is what's been worked on. Cool, cool. It is. Him coughing is a part of his sprint animation. Pathway blocked. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's open. Let's double check for treasure boxes. What is going on? Oh shit. Alright. Well, time to go catch this dub for real.
Zhongli!
What?
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Who is it?
Tidal wave. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
If you want to come in right now while I'm recording, you're gonna have to wait, my guy. Or you need to hurry and come in here and get what you need.
Leave it all to me.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Mind the side effects.
Commit to memory!
You're mine.
Seems like an emergency.
Attack!
Mind the...
Wind, hear me. I'll catch up.
Tidal wave. No touch.
Share my knowledge!
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
As a dutiful maid would. Steady as stone.
Grow!
Yeah. Amateur
This battle is not.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see Ayu grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment, that's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
This is why I think this is one reason why Baizhu was striving so hard to find immortality for himself.
Jialiang... Baizhu, Changsheng... Is there really nothing else you can do?
Apparently not.
I am
so.
sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods.
What a crazy situation. Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiangli. What's the point of it all?
Makes you wonder what's the point of life in itself if this is just all we do. Live, exist, die. And then our children live, exist, die, and so on and so forth till this planet turns to dust. Makes you wonder what's the point of it all. But hey, if you have a religious faith, it helps you get through. It helps you give you purpose in life.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, That's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
Oh, well, I gotta kill him? Either I'm doing it or Hu Tao bringing her behind here to come get the job done.
As you wish.
Oh, man. You done for her.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.